Welcome to all the classic car enthusiasts, Minis and Jaguars in particular, which is what I do mostly of. So, went away with the E-Type this afternoon and took it for its test. Got a new MOT on it, and I found out what the situation was. Is if you have the car registered as an old-timer, as they call them in Europe, or a classic car, if they're over 30 years old, but you have to register it with the local authority, you can have it done every 2 years, but then they put some kind of restriction on your kilometres. So, for safety's sake, I mean, even though I restored the car myself and I can do any repairs on it, I will have it tested. You never know, you might not pick, the mechanic who does the test might pick something up, and for €50 it isn't worth the hassle of being limited to a certain, I don't know the actual rules, but I'll just get it done each year, it's no big deal. Anyway, it passed. Obviously it's only been a year since the restoration anyway, and I think I've only done 4,000 Ks in it, and that was going to England and back. So since last July I've done, I don't know, 30-40 Ks unfortunately. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is while I was away, Amir managed to take the Mini Cooper down into the lower one, and I've not been down there yet, I've just got back. So I'll take you down and we'll see how we set it up. So we can sandblast both of them down there. And he's brought the other XK in on the little dolly that we've made up for it, which we have to improve on a little bit. So I'll give you a little look round. Also, I wanted to say hello to Brian Lele. I hope he doesn't mind me using his name. He's one of the subscribers, and he's doing a Mini up, and it's an older Mini. It's I can't remember the actual year of it, but I think it's a Mark II. It might be a Mark I or Mark II. I'm not sure. It's an early one anyway. And he's got the style which has the opening in the back, which is what they used to use to roll them, to put under seal and everything on them, or they used to move them down the factory line from Austin or British Leyland or wherever it was at the time. And because I cut out the back in mine, he asked me if I could have the patch. So I'll pick up the camera and I'll show you what I've got for you here, Brian. So I got it today. It just came this morning. I don't know how long ago you posted this. This is what he sent me. And this is what he sent. So it's basically I'll get rid of that. It's basically that piece there. That's why I put no scrap on it. So what we're going to do, Brian, is we'll take this and it's actually the perfect shape there, so we'll cut it out for you, which is fine. It's right on the edge. Unfortunately, I think we can just make it there, as you can see. There's a little shy on the top, so we'll find a piece and we'll put an extra square piece on top, and then you can cut it to shape. But we'll weld it, we'll MIG it all the way along there for you, and then when I come, I've got your address, but when I come over in July, you're down in Kent and I'm at Dover, so maybe you could come and pick it off me, or I could drop it if it's not too far out my way. Anyway, so that's I should put his address on there. Anyway, so that's what we'll do. Amir's going to cut that out now, so you should hopefully have the right shape, and then, as I say, we'll just put a basic square piece on it, nicely MIG weld it and cut it in for you and everything. Then all you'll have to do is just, if we have time, we'll cut it to shape for you as well. Can't say further than that. Sorry, I shouldn't show that address. So you saw these two that were in last night, and now, so that's back on the road again and passed. In fact, you get quite a bit of leniency here. I think it's 3 months you can go over the date. There's the other one in now, and we just have to sort this jig out. He's put some wood under there, but we definitely need to sort that out a bit better to make it work. Anyway, so both of them are in, and we can start making up the jig this week for these two headlights, and I'll show you maybe by the end of the week what's going on there. Everything's ready, should be here tomorrow for the other parts for the XJ6, so that'll be done, and then we can start building up that chassis as well. So I'll take you down to the lower garage, and you can see what Amir's been doing. How he managed to get this down there on his own, I do not know, but he's an amazing guy. I'm very lucky that I've got somebody who's as competent as Amir is. But as I say, this will all go back together. We're getting it 8 o'clock on Saturday morning, and I would hope within 7 or 8 hours, or maybe less, we could put the whole diff, everything back together, back in the car and actually running. We'll see. We're not going to go crazy, but he wants to leave on Saturday night to go home for 10 days or so. So that's what we'll do. We'll get all this ready. So I'll take you down to, this is the other drive. So, which you've probably seen on a few videos. So there we go. Garden's looking gorgeous. He does all the garden footwork with me as well. So we work together on it, but he's got everything absolutely gorgeous at the moment. It's not exactly Wembley, but it's nice. We like it. So yeah. So what he's done down here, I'm not sure, because there was the thing that I used for sandblasting for the old. It was an old shower cabinet, and we had a brand new bathroom fitted. Well, 2 bathrooms, one partly done and one completely done. So I see how he's done it. How he got it down here on his own, I don't know. I know he brought it down on the shell. But we'll have a look. So this is the bottom of Aladdin's cave. Oh, he's even set it up on the stand as well. Oh, I see what he's done. So there you go. So he's put it back on the stand. I've got a little hydraulic work bench, and I think that's how he did it. And there's the one at the back. Oh, there it is. He's just stood it upright. Okay, well, we can just cover all that up. And that's enough room for us to work on this. And we'll show you us actually sandblasting it with this specialist tool. In fact, it might be around somewhere. This is what we're using. Where's the sandblasting gear? Ah, here it is. This is the gun that I have, and there is actually oh, there it is. And this is the brush. This is a great little bit of kit. It's got a little adapter in it, and you basically just fit that onto the gun. This is, I'm going to do this with one hand, guys. So all you do is slip this into your sandblasting media, and obviously you want to variate the hole here to get suction on it. And then this is just a brush. I don't know if it'll go in that way. Very well. Hang on. Excuse me a second. Oh, put it on the wrong hole. Put it in there. There we go. There we go. And that just fits on there like that. And then you put your hoover on here, whichever way you want. And it really is pretty dustless. I was quite surprised. Just tighten that up. Just tighten that screw up on the side. Put your vacuum cleaner on it, and away you go. And it worked pretty well. I was very surprised. I was a bit dubious, but it's really good. I think he did. We had a bonnet and a boot down here. It's a bit cramped in here, I have to say. And he started doing some work. There you go. He's just sandblasted a bit of that, which looks nice. He started on the bonnet because there's a little hole there. You can see it comes out real quite nice. You can see on the bonnet there, on that double skin there, there's a little problem, and that's right where the chrome is on the Mini. So it's something to be careful for. And it's only what, I think it's 5 or 6 screws. Where's it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's five self tappers in it. You should take them off when you have a look at these cars if you're buying, or you'll always find that bit of rust under it, because it's a water trap, that chrome front piece. And you can see there how much is gone, how much is taken off. And he did that with that brush. He did some of it with a brush, but did the rest inside this cabinet. This is an old shower cabinet which we had replaced, and what we did is we put them sides on it. We put them sides on it there and put the gloves in. So those two for this end and that for the other end. And it worked, and we put it on that little mini trailer out there, and it works brilliantly. And then